You guys have recently collected up to 4 days of worth, an entire day's of work for one person on top of the day of work you owe every day is basically treated as this currency that the bookkeepers, quote unquote, keep track of and tie to your identity. You guys together have 4 days worth amongst the 6 of you, but only 5 hours have passed today. So you guys are way ahead of schedule, especially with the help of Tori recently and the killing of that Rexus. However, after returning yourselves to kind of rendezvous and talk about what you're going to do next, you have come across a chromatic orb that you have seen oh so many times.
I will use telekinetic force to pull it out from underneath my bed and into the main area where everyone can see it.
Make an awareness test for me.
24.
You curl your fingers like you would any other time that you were telekinetically moving something around, but you realize that this orb does not follow your trajectory. In attempting to will this thing towards you, it does. It moves out from under the bed like you wanted it to. However, it's not following your spell. In fact, your spell is doing absolutely nothing. It simply just listens to your will.
Alright, so whatever this is doesn't respond to magic, just in case that was important.
I'm sure at this point I'm aware that Ermis is here and Gabe is here, and it's leaving Cyreil's pen. I would like to sprint and just grab this thing out of the air.
So
In one swift
Cyreil,
motion, no!
as you kind of pull this out, you mention the lack of magic thing, and Maki busts out of the door and just dolphin dives at this orb as it's entering the hallway. And do note, there are people in these cells. I'm gonna have everyone except Maki make an awareness test for me.
24 again.
You realize there's somebody, one of the mutants was walking out of this door, and for however long, you're not 100% positive because you didn't see them when you first came back to your cell, or perhaps you just weren't paying enough attention. While this orb was out in front of you, and while Maki was coming out to grab it, and while Cyreil was pulling it out from under the bed, these people are frozen. Time kind of stopped. At least as far as you can tell. That or these people did, or they're petrified or something like that. But the moment that Maki grabs this orb, it splits up. It almost explodes out from Maki's chest as he's coming in and grabbing it and hugging it. And a shard juts out at each one of you. Each one of you are now holding this shard of this chromatic orb. And the 4 other cells still have people completely unmoving.
I'm sorry, what is happening?
Well, that was dramatic.
I didn't want those 2 to get it again.
I will need you all to agree on something. I'm not asking your characters. I'm asking you. Players, what do you want?
What? No.
Huh?
Vague? Are there terms?
You said we all need to agree on something we want.
I want $1 million.
I feel like everyone wants that.
I would like to
Character
stick to bonk the GM.
That's also
I would like
something
a
everyone
duel
wants.
against the DM. Okay, well, this is interesting. What does everybody want?
Currently, I'm feeling like more stuff would be appropriate. A lot of us very much want better stuff or better bags at this point.
I honestly kind of think maybe asking for more days worth would make sense.
Yeah, the extra day sounds good.
I'm gonna
How many-
vote for what Rain said.
To just get into the mines, I think is 2 days worth. On the flip side of things,
Give me a
instead of
sec.
asking for more days of worth to go into the mines, we could ask for the stuff that we would have gotten from the mines.
True, but
That
it
is-
seems
that
like
is
the
my
people
rebuttal.
yearn for the mines.
So my question is, the problem is we don't know what we're going to get from the mines to ask for it. If we say, oh, can we
True.
get what we would have gotten from the mines, then there's some fuckassery that could be done with that, depending on how it's interpreted.
Yeah,
Sure.
I
some
still
genie
agree
shit.
on.
This could fully be a genie wish.
I still agree on the more days of worth.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
I'll go along with it if everyone is on that one, but
You can spend worth to train as well, not
Yeah.
just the mines. There's
Yeah.
more things that
True.
you can spend worth
Yeah, we need the
on.
worth for more.
Next question would be how many days of worth are we looking for?
We could just say days of worth, and then it might just cap it at what it would be able to offer us.
As many
Days
days
of
of
worth,
worth
and
as
let-
possible.
And let me roll a D100 for it.
That would be funny.
All right. So days of worth is our final answer.
Yeah.
As many days of worth as we are allowed without it being suspicious.
Yeah.
Your characters are in the middle of talking about it. The shard you were holding is gone. In fact, it's almost as if nothing ever happened. Maki, you just barrel rolled onto the ground, but you're holding nothing. And with that, you each get a beaming into your head as you hear, "My office, please, now."
What did we do this time? What did you guys do this time?
It wasn't me. I came straight here and lay down.
As you guys walk in, there's this kind of a circular, not circular desk, but it's a wraparound desk that seems to be custom made. And Atra's in the center of it. And they're doing like two separate pieces of paperwork at the same time. They beam a message into each of you. Somebody has recently departed, and their hours have not been accounted for. And I'm going to be honest with you, this is going to be an extremely long process, but I know that you're new here. So, as long as you're not going to complain, and you guys are going to shut up, the hours are yours now. Deal?
I will silently salute.
How much time would we be talking about here?
You're looking at a total of 36 now.
Holy shit.
Holy shit.
36 days?
Yes.
36 days. What now?
36 days of worth.
And how did we get that?
Someone
They,
left.
Atra shoots a glare at all of you. Like, the heads each take 3 of you to glare at, and with both of their hands, they put a finger to where you assume their lips would be.
I will immediately just do the zip motion on my own mouth.
Did they die and we're like covering
I'm going
it
to
up?
look at Cyreil and just...
They turn back down to their records, and they say, if anybody asks, you're just here because you're in trouble. Now get out.
I will walk out of the office very slowly, just like looking defeated for anybody that's watching.
And as you guys
very-
walk out, you hear a bell chiming.
Does that mean anything to us?
You've never heard a bell like this before, at least not one that you remember caring about.
Well, with my extensive knowledge on bells, I do not know what that bell is for.
You
Ah,
guys have
gee,
extensive knowledge
thanks.
in bells?
Thanks, Doc. Real helpful.
I'm gonna
You.
look around for a moment.
You there. I point at random person.
You see as this giant bear creature turns around back at you, and there's a huge scar lacerating from like forehead going down into their chest. And you realize as he turns around that he was crouching down, and he stands up to look at you, going to the top of the head a little bit taller than Somber's. And he kind of shows a bit of teeth, and he goes, "Huh?"
What's the bell mean?
He squints at you. Merchant.
Cool. Yeah, it's somebody. They're coming here. We can go if we want.
So, I don't know about you guys, but I'm kind of feeling like doing a little bit of work right now, and I'll be sure to just take off.
So what's up with the shark?
Azur is just gonna leave to the other direction.
Okay, what's
Okay.
wrong with the other fish?
Do you think there's like an infection going around that like only affects sea people?
Creature.
I think we should just go check out the merchant.
Yeah. All right, and I'll start making my way.
So you guys come out, and there is this regal oxus that's basically on this lizard-drawn cart of stuff, and this regal oxus is wearing these beautiful, gorgeous, and very, very bulky velvets. Very obvious, extremely flashy. And the moment that you enter within eye shot, you start getting the beams in your head. Basically a sales pitch of these beautiful wares from the High Reef Expanse, from the beautiful underwater city of the High Reef, of the coastal goods, the beautiful, beautiful wares.
I think that's where the academy is, if I remember correctly. You have
Sounds
anything
okay.
like actually interesting? Or is it just like pretty?
Everything I sell is of interest. What may you be seeking?
I like blink a couple times, like, oh god. Like, do you have anything for like magic?
Yes, I have so much magic. They start pulling out tomes and mostly core guide items, but there are core guide items that are just rare up to this point. But you're basically looking at Magus gear. And they kind of
Your
hold
stuff
it.
is fine. I don't want it though.
They kind of scoff into your mind.
I scoff back at them.
How long do you merchants usually stay here?
Oh, I'll be here for another 24 hours. Assyrian kind of pipes up and looks at it and be like, "Hey, I need you folks to remind the others that these lizards aren't for hunting. These are lizards for keep." No, I'm serious. Someone's gonna kill those if you don't tell them.
Then I'm always looking for more study materials.
And they do this weird telekinetic like showcase above their head, and they do this gorgeous display of 9 different tomes of magic.
How much would one of your tomes be?
Which one do you desire? They vary. And as this happens, they kind of like rotate around and they open for a moment, and you can like feel like the mental image of like the ability to cast spells almost like breaches your mind for only a moment. Cyreil, you're almost impressed. But as you look through them, nothing changes, obviously, except for one. There's one that you look at and it feels like you might have just learned something for a second.
What one's that?
It is the Tome of Ritual.
Oh. Oh. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, I want that. Sorry, that was Rain. Rain got excited.
The books begin to orbit around this Oxtis, and they just kind of slowly, the book floats down in front of them, and they just push it, as if it was no gravity. They just push it towards you.
This probably ain't cheap, right?
I guess, only because, oh, my goodness, you would love the High Reef. I can only imagine what amazing things you would find there. Because it is so fitting of you, I'd be willing to part for only 150.
What kind of downsides are on this artifact?
What kind of downsides could you mean?
What I mean is that something this fancy doesn't normally go for 150 silver pieces.
I could charge you more if you wish.
This is sketching me out.
Huh? Why? I think it's just a
That's
book.
like,
I could write you a book if you
No.
want.
no, it's a tome. It allows you to cast magic, and rare magic at that.
Wait, you do that on purpose?
I'll half-jokingly whisper to Asterion, he don't lack fun, and give him an elbow in the side.
Assyrion will lean over to you,
freeze him so bad.
will lean over to you, smile, wink, and then go back to normal, looking deadpan, playing dumb at Cyreil.
Fine, whatever. Have your money. I'll take this stupid book.
They hold out a hand.
150.
You just throw it out,
Yep.
and they hand you the book.
I actually don't know the art of ritual that well off the top of my head, but can I grab it and try to cast something with it?
Yeah, how many slots do you have?
That's what. Oh, is it so? Would I not have known that picking it up?
No, they were telekinetically holding it.
I'm angry. I can
This is-
tell you not 27.
Yep, it is a 27 slot item. The 2 big features that you're going to care about is you can spend a minute casting something. If you do, it costs half as much power points, not half as much stamina. It cuts the power point cost in half, which means it is not a discount. It intrinsically modifies the spell. If you spend an hour casting it, it quarters the power point cost.
Are you two kind of done here? Or Hermes, did you want to take a look?
Can't hear the plant people talk, so there's not really much I can do here.
Oh. I'm sorry. I didn't know that It's just kind of like a merchant. They just got like a bunch of magic shit.
I think I'll be okay without magic.
You can't. Wait. If you. The other mushroom one in there, you can't. You don't.
I heard nothing.
You know, we should go to the mines.
Are you getting anything, Gabe?
Oh, you all can go on ahead without me. I will peruse the wares and catch up.
All right, be warned. These things are heavy as fuck.
Oh, I do not doubt it.
Do you need
I
an
make
extra
myself a
hand?
little backpack and I put it in it.
Never mind.
Temporary backpack, I presume.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give a little bit of time to the other people real quick. Moonchi and Chirps have been gone for a long time. So you guys walked off in, correct me if I'm wrong, opposite directions?
Yep. Oh, Azur is looking for a garden inside
okay.
the.
Okay,
I
gotcha.
was muted.
Yeah.
I took off towards the mines.
As you go off to
Yeah.
the mines, you do see that somebody has basically turned 2 giant lizards and a cart full of goods, going around the side. And they're like setting it up almost like a market stall. Like they pull a gazebo out the side as if it's a food truck.
Do I see the rest of the party over there?
Yes.
You can go ahead and let Sombers do a awareness test for this one. I'm going to just like give them a quick glance before I take a worried glance before taking off towards the mines.
Cobbs said 11.
Sombers, you do catch a glimpse of Hamaki going around the back, west side of the building. Just running off towards the mines, just out in the distance. So as you are here, basically just tending to your gardening, a small creature kind of comes up and approaches you. This is one of the prisoners for sure, but this one seems to be, the best way I could describe it is noticeably different in demeanor. This creature is quite small, and they're a bit timid as they walk up, but they just seem interested in what you're doing. This is a small rat mutant.
Oh my god, a rat. Azur is just gonna look at them, tilting their head and trying to look as friendly as possible. Azur is gonna invite them to sit next to them.
They look at you, and then kind of scurry over and just sit.
What brings you here?
They kind of make a weird sound at you, like chattering their teeth. They kind of tense up for a second, and then they scavenge through inside their coat pockets. They're wearing this kind of banged up leather, not a trench coat, but kind of like a long overcoat. And they hand you this small piece of paper that looks like somebody chewed a hole through it. You can tell that the single piece of paper has seen years of time probably, and it's just a little piece of paper that says Raku in seemingly very nice handwriting.
Raku? Is that you?
Furious nodding.
Oh, nice to meet you.
Furious nodding. And then they point to you.
Oh, my name is Azur.
Furious nodding.
My-
They put their hands out asking for the paper back.
They're gonna give the paper back.
He takes it and he kind of shoves it back into his inside pocket.
Do you want to help me with the flowers?
Nod.
I'm gonna hand the little guy some tools.
And over the course of however long you wish to spend gardening, he begins to help. However, he definitely has a odd methodology in the way that he does things. In roughly an hour time, between, gardening and just... Raku has not said a word to you in this hour. In fact, you kind of have reached the presumption that Raku just doesn't speak for one reason or another. But in this time, Raku seems to have built some kind of device out of the gardening tools that you've handed him.
What kind of device?
It seems to make him better at gardening, for all you can tell.
Oh, that's cool.
Whatever it is, it seems to be working very well for him.
Azur is just staring at them, with curiosity on what they're doing.
They have this, it looks kind of like a quiver with a cap over the top, but when they open it up, there's no arrows or ammunition inside. It's a scroll box. And they pull out one of the scrolls, and they kind of, sift through a handful of them, open them up a little bit, look inside, put it back in, and then finally pull out a blank one, and they roll out this basically graph paper, and they graph down what they made.
That's quite an interesting tool, buddy. What does it do?
Raku basically just uses the item. And you see his higher efficiency gardening practice.
Azura is very surprised and quite pleased by how the garden is looking.
Maru slowly begins to approach with kind of like a little bit of a smile and a finger on her temple. Making friends with Raku already?
Oh. Yeah, they kind of approached me while I was here alone.
These are curious folk. He used to be a scout for us. A long time ago. We didn't realize. Struggled to communicate much. Boy's mute. You probably figured out. He's their blueprinter now. Whenever we talk about spending worth on getting blueprints done, this is the guy you go to. You can't ask him to do anything because he can't read. So, we only ever let Raku decide, essentially. He'll always steer you in the right direction. Very intuitive little sumbitch. She says as she watches Raku just furiously stabbing at weeds and tearing up the dirt in a surprisingly collective manner.
I see. Well, they're also quite good at gardening.
He's kind of good at a lot of things, surprisingly. When we first met him, we sent him out on a scouting mission. Dude went about 40 kilometers that way, straight into the desert, almost died, got picked up by a handful of just rink-a-dink folk, taking him out of a bandit camp. Dude barely survived. He came back to us with nothing on him. But he was just that attached to his mission. He was that loyal to his cause. I don't think he thinks for himself too much.
Oh. Well, that's honorable. Azura's gonna walk over to Raku and just plop a flower crown on top of their head.
He does like kind of like a little squish and then a bounce up as you do that, and he like tries to look up at his forehead. And then he like pats his head, he takes it off, he looks at it, and then he looks at you.
It's a flower crown. You'll wear it on your head. It's a gift.
And he just puts it on. You notice that as he's troweling, he's like, the flower crown is slipping, and at one point it falls off, and he scurries, and he picks it up, and he puts it back on. And then he goes back to troweling, and it kind of falls off a little bit, and he picks it up, puts it back on.
There's such an interesting little guy.
He's damn smart for someone who can't read.
Yeah, I can see that. They created that tool in the span of the time we were here.
Oh, is that what that is?
Impressed.
Love that little guy. Dude has a special little place in my heart for being such a doofus.
I can see why they are quite endearing. They remind me of the children I used to take care of back at home.
Yeah? Where is home, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm from Atlas.
Oh, that's the bubble place, right?
That's one way to put it, but yes.
Yeah. Oh, you're a fish folk. Oh, that makes sense. What the hell are you doing in the desert?
It's a long story.
I bet. Aren't you with like a bunch of people?
They went for the mines. I decided to stay behind. I needed to clear my mind for a minute.
Clear your mind from what?
I really don't want to talk about it.
All right. Well, if you want to. Ears are open. I got big ones. And she kind of like pokes at her pointy ears. This is a satyr, so she's kind of got like these goat ears.
I might take you up on that deal eventually.
All right. Well, in the meantime, and she goes up and she pats Raku on the shoulder, and you notice that she's signing at him. And Raku furiously nods, and basically breaks apart his trowel, puts it back together, pulls one out, and hands it to Maru. And Maru just begins gardening.
Oh, well, the more hands, the better. And Azura is gonna join them in the gardening.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and join back with the rest of the party. Gabe, is there anything you would like to do while you were outside?
Well, my dear merchant friend, outside of magical tomes and such, what might you have for other kinds of wares, like armors or weapons, that sort of thing?
There's something in specific you're looking for. Do you have a vendetta? Do you want information? Do you want to be immune to fire?
That is interesting. How might one achieve that?
Another piece of equipment flies out from it, and you see this rune-encrusted plate body, and they just kind of swirl it around you.
What other kinds of defenses might this one have?
Do you want something more defensive? A whisk of the hand and it flies into the cart. You just hear crash, and then they pull out a spiky kind of like plate mail-esque thing. If you're looking for defense, this one is quite interesting. Now, not for the faint of heart, I must say, but this one actually goes under your skin.
Fascinating. And what defenses does this one offer?
Much in the way of physicality.
Oh, I don't believe I need to worry much about that anymore.
Ooh, I have something for you. They throw it back, same thing, crash! And they go, what about this? And they pull out this weird mesh. This looks closer to Yushin technology than you're used to. Now, you can see that it's runic in nature, but it almost follows a Yushin design philosophy, I should say. But it's like a wire mesh vest. And as they hold it up, it begins to static. This one, very good at preventing things like electricity, storms, whatever. But not only that, if somebody were to attempt to assail you with something so sinister, it would send it right back at them.
Now you're speaking my language. How much would something like that cost?
A measly 400.
That's unfortunately a bit too rich for my blood.
How rich is your blood?
Almost 300 strong, just a few shy of it.
How about a deal, science man? If I charge you only 300, would you be willing to do some crafting for me?
Now that is interesting. I wouldn't mind doing a little bit of crafting for you.
Perfect. I need some repairs to my vehicle and a handful of other things that I'm looking to build. It seems that somebody kind of tore a hole in one of them.
Gabe will put 294 silver pieces directly onto it and go, oh shit, I'm a tiny bit short. Here. And then he will very, very elegantly remove the body armor he's wearing and put it on top as well.
The merchant kind of looks at it, like weighs it, looks at it, inspects it, and goes, okay. Throws it in the cart. And they just request you a handful of odd jobs crafting for about the next 6 hours or so. Welcome in. Everybody is here again. You guys are partially split up. If there's a moment of privacy that you would request, please request it to me, and I will reset up the deafening and everything like that. But Maki, you are joined relatively swiftly after.
What were you in such a hurry for earlier?
It's nothing. Nothing to worry about. Just getting some work done. And he's just gonna start pickaxing the wall a little bit.
For all the other people that aren't Monkey, he's pickaxing like the wall of the lobby.
Look at the wall you're at right now.
He's gonna slowly put the pickaxe onto his back.
The first one's down the hall. Like, right there. You see that corner? It's right there.
Got it.
Did we want to collect Azure before we start, or are they like, ew, the mines?
No, it's fine. It's fine. I'm good to get some work done.
As Maki walks by, I grab his shoulder and, what is going on?
Nothing. I'm perfectly fine.
And I am going to squint and look as doubtful as humanly possible.
I will have a single eye twitching with a smile on my face.
I'm gonna cast a divination spell on Maki, and I'll just ask, is he sick?
Cyreil, you receive a yes.
Are you feeling okay?
I'm feeling great. Just very eager to get to work.
If you're not feeling good, you should like go lay down and like drink some water or something.
I'm physically fine.
I raise my eyebrow.
He's not acting right.
Sombers crosses her arms and just looks down at Maki.
I'm fine. Can we please get to work?
Whatever. Let's go.
Clarification question. Is it 4 hours for our group to go into the mines, or is it 4 hours per person to go into the mines?
It's supposed to be per person. However, you can tell that rules have been kind of hand-waved quite a bit for your party. You guys are kind of treated as a single entity. From what you guys have gathered culture-wise, being in good stature and being on people's good sides generally allows you to get away with a lot of shit. There's a dwarf at one of the entrances, the entrance to the quote-unquote secret area, which seems to just be a wall with like a chalk line on it.
Room for 4?
Yep, there's one rule. You pay me money and then you go in.
How much money?
Take our money.
Get in there. You got 4 hours. Oh, you're just going for the 1 level? Do you want 2 levels down or 1 level down?
I think we're doing fancy, right?
Sure.
He kind of like erases the chalk line that's on there and then draws a new one. All right, now go in. He's just pointing at a rock wall.
I will walk into the wall, just trusting them.
Maki just slurps away. Just disappears into the wall.
It ain't too unfamiliar, and I'll walk through.
Sombers, when you walk through, you go dunk, and you just smack the wall.
Okay.
And immediately this copper dwarf just starts laughing his ass off, and he's like, I love doing that to people. It's not even a real wall.
I just give him the deepest glare.
I freeze him.
Okay, so in order, oh, you're tall. That's, and then he freezes.
Cyreil, we just got in here. Please.
He was being an asshole.
You know, I don't doubt this, but please no. And just back into the wall.
I'll walk through.
You walk through?
After I walk through, I'll let him go.
I haven't been frozen like that
Piss
for...
off the dragon or the angel, sir.
Understood.
I rub my snoot a little bit and give him a side eye as I walk back through.
And then he looks up at Sombers, and you watch as his eyes go bloodshot for a second. And he just kind of leans up against the wall, slides down it, and just kind of curls up for a little bit.
You able to do that ass pickaxe thing again?
Yeah.
I'll take the pick off my back and just like look back at Cyreil and point at it.
I can make you a new one. That's better.
I'm gonna give a quick nod and just like jab it up into the ceiling and just leave it there.
Do note, this is not a balanced rule set. This is very specific to this campaign, and this is very powerful. So they have 4 mining objects, and I'm allowing them to use damage for their foraging rating. If they help each other, they're allowed to add it together. In response to that, every single time that they choose to forage this way, there's a possibility of the scarcity going up. So there's a scarcity multiplier that they're using, and for every single successful forage, there's a 50% chance that it goes up by 1. But just so you know, this is a rare mine, and you can kind of smell it. For those who speak Primordial, which is at least half of you, you can feel the emanating aura as you kind of jut down. As you enter this mine, you realize that the chalk wall kind of didn't matter. This seems to be just a humorous little thing that the dwarf does, from what you can tell, because the moment that you walk in, there's a sign that leads in the 2 directions that you would have to go. You notice that these crystalline veins are beginning to appear. The further and the deeper that you go, the more vibrant and the more emanating they get.
I feel like this is probably a fine place to start.
Full turn of damage for tests.
Yep. And you guys may choose to add them together, or you may choose to take your own tests each.
I feel like we might want to add them together because this is going to be a lot harder, I would assume.
Yeah.
Are you guys looking for material, refinement, power, or a mixture of some of those?
Probably a mixture.
Yeah.
In normal foraging, you are not allowed to ask that, but in this mine specifically, you are. Oh, how long are you guys spending? 1 hour or 4 hours?
I think we can probably do 1 hour.
Please go ahead and roll your 6 turn actions.
All right, so these have 11d8. Do that and multiply it by 6 because it has Shipwrecker and it's doubled and it's 2 turn actions.
Yeah, just all mine.
1,278.
1,278. You guys beat a 35.
No
I
way.
thought you were multiplying it from because our scarcity was fucked.
No, because scarcity is per rarity. You guys found it in a measly 17th of the time. That took you 4 minutes. You guys begin just carving at the wall, and the moment you take a single swing, you realize that first sheet of rock is so soft. And it's like just a few minutes in, you carve straight through into this red glowing rock that you can only assume is what you're looking for, which you will receive one entire material component out of. Just a little heads up. If you guys say all, you're going to get the lowest amount. And there's something special about these. Keep these separate because these are not just normal components. These are called power salts. So basically, depending on the rarity of these, when you go to spend stamina on any ability, you can, instead of spending stamina, spend a salt. The amount of stamina that it trades out for depends on the rarity, but a rare power salt is worth 10 stamina. And you can do this for any number of salts, any number of times per action. Oh, I forgot. Hey, odds or evens?
Evens.
Unfortunately, it has become more scarce. Are you guys still foraging together?
Well, if we do it separately, each of us can look for a different component and the odds
Yeah.
will be higher.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
1
Two of
hour
us will
again?
be looking for the same component.
Yeah, 1 hour.
174 power.
174. You were looking to beat a 65. You tripled it. You did not quite triple it. You doubled it. So you're going to go for 30 minutes. And you're going to find 4 power. Wowzers. Whoever's
Gosh.
looking for, give me just a second, refinement.
I got 129.
You did it in 20 minutes, but since you're with your party, we're going to assumingly say 30 minutes.
Hermes next.
5. Wow.
Yeah, I rolled 174 for material.
You tripled it.
171 material.
Also tripled. Oh, that's so sad. 2 material. You guys each find 1. Odds
I
or
think we should
evens?
Evens.
Even. Oh my goodness, that is so lucky. The scarcity has gone up once out of 4 potential times.
Let's
I
do
think
it
this one
again.
should be-
Power, I guess.
147, and we're gonna multiply this by 3. You did beat it. You did not even double it. That took a full hour.
Refinement was 103.
Yeah,
You did not beat it.
And then the material searches are 138.
And
130.
168.
You have to beat a 84. So you do finish in 30 minutes, but the rest of your party unfortunately took the normal amount of time. You found the lucrative spot that's been hiding from you. You just had like 2 1 veins, and now you just found a 16 vein. 14 material and 3 power is what you got from this specific endeavor. Odds or evens?
Odds.
Even.
2 odds.
2 evens, 2 odds. Yep. All right.
All right, we're gonna want to start rolling all together now, I think, or maybe breaking up into 2 sets
Party
of 2.
Material and refinement this time around.
Combined, me and Cobbs had 288.
You had to beat roughly a 250. You barely beat it.
So total of 3 material components totaled 336.
You had to beat a little under 250. I think it's about 235. But you did not double it, but you did succeed. You guys are at a 2.5 hours. That is 4 material
it.
and 5 refinement. Odds or
Hour?
evens?
Evens.
You guys are on the
So
7x
that's
now.
Last one together, which component are we going for?
I would go for refinement. All right, combined we got 612.
You did in fact double it. So you actually did that in half an hour. You actually have 1 hour remaining.
Okay, so we can do that again.
That was 6 refinement components. Odds or evens?
Odds.
Fuck.
Unfortunate.
We could probably do material. So 618 total.
You did double it. You guys needed to beat a 301. 4 more material components.
I'd say that was a successful run.
I think that was very successful. I think Asterion one it was like planning on doing something with Hermes, right? Do you have to go for that?
Yeah, I'd probably do that before the day's over.
They're calling on us individually now?
It was after the fight, Sterion talked to me.
Huh.
The very disappointing fight with Gabe.
I'll hand the bag over to Sombers. Like, here, I'll just go to the regular one from here.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not needed back yet, right?
What's going on?
It's not important.
Well, it's affecting you.
I'm gonna point at the bag. I'm still efficient. I can do it. I can do my work.
Okay.
I just can't be around Azor at the moment.
What happened? You two were closer than thieves when we were all started all of this. And now you won't even look at them.
I'm just gonna like wave Sombers down to my height.
Bend down a little bit closer to him, but like my gaze is off to the side while I listen.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, I spoke in my sleep earlier, and now they don't want to look at me either. I don't know what I said.
Do you remember what you were dreaming about? I know a two or thing about dreams and nightmares.
I was looking at a green moon.
What does the moon mean to you?
The spots on his back are gonna glow a little bit. It's like everything.
Sombers in kind of broken and in a different accent to Broughton is going to repeat some of the song that she caught to Maki and nods her head towards the prison. And in Utopian, did I get that right?
Maki will immediately pull the scarf up over his face like, God fucking damn it.
I see.
He's just gonna switch over to Tabratton and just, I don't want to be sent away again. I can't do it again.
You were sent away because of it?
I don't know if it's because of that.
Well, then how can you be sure? Not only that, but you put yourself to rest. You changed your name. You don't belong to no house no more. Why does it matter?
I have one thing left. I don't have my house. I don't have my family.
You left it because it didn't want you none.
And there's one person that does. Yeah, I'm not going away again.
I think that's up to you two, isn't it? If I overstep, I don't really care. Like I said, you two were thicker than thieves. And if you continue how you're acting, I think you're just gonna do it to yourself. I have experience in that.
I just need the situation to blow over.
It ain't gonna blow over if you just ignore it.
I just can't risk it. And Maki's going to just take off.
To try and get through to him, Sombers is going to, under her breath, whisper coward into Broughton.
He'll stop for a moment and take off again. I will go to my stairwell.
Sombers, you find yourself on the inskirts of the jungle near the prison.
I'm gonna look around. Do I see any sign of my friend?
Yeah, with a little bit of a whistle that you know quite well. She approaches you and pulls you aside. This is quite a distance out, so this is a walk, this is a trek for you, right? But as she pulls you aside, she goes, "You need to show me around sometime. So elusive."
It's quite tough in there. You sure?
Fuck yeah. Too tough. Where do you think I'm from? She starts poking you. I think you've gotten soft.
Soft? Ugh. Don't you dare.
Mm-hmm. She sits up on the bankment of the hill. And from there you can kind of see just the tiny little precipice of the structure, and even over the horizon you can see a little bit of the sands of the desert. How long have you been outside of Shimmer?
Couple weeks.
That's it?
Yeah, it hasn't been too long. But I finally can stretch my wings again. It feels good to fly.
What a small world we live in, to just run into you like.
No, it's crazy. I thought I'd never see you again.
People walk out, go on their own little expedition, and then never come back. Not that we's ever searching for them.
We can't.
Yeah. We can. She
We're
leans
out
back
here.
on her elbows and looks out. Do you think you're gonna make it back?
I gotta. I'm out here looking for some answers on what ails us.
Ails us. You know, I used to say that same thing. In my mind, I think this is just a superpower in disguise.
I'm starting to think that.
I don't know. I'm working on a hunch here. But I think that instead of trying to get rid of this thing, what if we learned how to use it?
I've thought about that sometimes.
Call it a theory
then-
in progress.
Well, yeah, I hear you there. But some of those kids back home, they don't deserve this.
None of us does, Sombers. We were those kids too.
I look down at my claws. I ain't a kid no more.
No kidding. You're old as fuck.
Hush, you.
You're gonna look like Mom and Pops here soon. Give it a year. Maybe 2.
Oh, yeah, I'm so sure. I'll nudge her.
She nudges you back. And she runs back into her little hut and invites you in. You're showing me around tomorrow at the latest, just so you know.
All right.
And we will move on to Ermis. You are being escorted by Asterion, who I presume that you have approached and said, hey, you wanted something from me. I think that you would have some interest, or rather, he had some interest in you. This dude named Raku. Really cool guy. Don't touch him. And as you walk in, you see Azor, Maru, and Raku gardening together. Raku with some kind of like a triple-bladed trowel.
Well, it's fancy meeting you here.
Oh. Is your mining done?
Yes.
Do you know where Mackie went?
I didn't see. I came here.
I see. I should probably go look for him.
Well, either way, it's none of my business how you two go about your business.
Hmm.
I'm here to speak to, I assume, that one, and he points to Raku.
Maru taps Raku on the shoulder, and he kind of sits up really fast, and he juts over to look at you. Scurries over to you excitedly, and he starts tearing open the scroll rack, and he starts throwing out blueprints. Raku, being incapable of actually speaking his mind, kind of offers you, and he starts pointing. But a handful of simple drawings kind of give you an idea of what he's trying to offer you right now. And he points at these 3, like, crystals. Go ahead and make a language test for me.
That is a 12.
So what he's showing you is the potential rarities of what he's interested in building you right now. He's telling you he needs you to grab the materials. He's just asking you what level of material you want to get him. So he needs some amount of this main bulk, but he also needs this subset that he presumes will be less rare.
Can I gather by the blueprints of what kind of item they would be?
Yes, it is a weapon of some type. On his blueprints, you catch a little, like, schematic of you. Like, as if it was specifically sized in his schematic for you. During this fight, during your most recent fight, he thought this up, he dreamt this up, and drew it in the arena.
You want to make me a weapon?
He puts up 2 fingers.
Well, what do you need? I'll go get
Total
it.
numbers of whatever rarity you choose, the higher rarity, 3 material, 7 refinement, 1 power. Of the lower rarity, 5 material, 5 refinement.
Higher rare, and then the common for the other one.
Okay, perfect. That's kind of what I was expecting. And Raku dashes off, like just scurries off into nothing for God knows how long. And you are sat here awaiting.
Well, there goes my gardening buddy. Oh well.
He'll be back.
I actually need to go for now. I need to go look for my shark. And Azur is gonna start walking around the entire area.
Make an awareness test for me, please. With a point of favor if you're willing to spend a minute or longer.
It's a 22.
You definitely probably see Gabe, if nothing else, but Gabe was not coming with. Cyreil, where are you right now?
I'm just like chilling in the kitchen area, probably.
You do see
Reading through
Cyreil.
the Tome of Ritual.
Azur is probably gonna question
Yeah.
Cyreil first.
It seemed like Sombers was convinced that something was wrong with him, but he seemed fine to me, and they started talking about, like, emotions, so I walked away.
Of course you did. Fish is looking for Sombers.
Azur, from all that you can tell, Sombers has up and disappeared.
Azur is not the type of giving up. They're gonna keep looking. Can I do an awareness?
Yeah.
To see
Go
if there's
ahead and-
any...
2 points of favor.
Right, that's 33.
You do manage to follow a little trail. So now this is rare because you need mud, specialized ground. I mean, you can't just see that a bush has been tampered with. There's wildlife here, right? But you can see dragon prints. In fact, you see 2 sets of dragon prints.
Alright, I'm guessing I'm going the right way. Azur is gonna start calling for Sombers.
As you've been walking for probably at least a decent hour now. As you walk through this weird barrier, you notice these structures, these man-made structures of some variety, begin to appear as if there's a settlement here. Sombers, and I believe that, Azur, you've never seen this person before. You see them kind of up atop a cliff, but also you notice someone dashing into hiding. Sombers, after some time, you notice Azur walking through the illusionary barrier.
I'm gonna blink at them for a second and then stand up and just go, Azur? How?
I was looking for you and I saw tracks and I followed them.
Ceridian looks over at you, looks over at Azur and goes, "Oh, friend? Friend of yours?
Yeah, kinda. It's a part of the party thing.
A friend of yours is a friend of mine." And Ceridian jumps down and throws out a hand to Azur.
Nice to meet you. And they're gonna take the hand.
You're gonna take a d4 of damage, of psyche damage. Assumingly your defenses will probably block it, but just know you get mild visions.
Are you looking for me?
Yes, Cyreil said that you were the last person with Maggie. And I don't know where he is.
A smile creeps up on her face. Yeah, he talked in his sleep, huh?
Oh, I'm surprised he told you about that.
I have my ways, to be fair. What was that about? He seems quite startled, and not by any means of mine, of course.
He told you about the green moon, right?
It's what he dreamed about.
This stupid shark. Ugh. Azur is gonna throw their hands to their face. It's the most frustrated that anyone has ever seen them.
You two are quite close, yeah?
You could say that, yes.
I can see it on you. I've learned a thing or two in my time. And Azur, darling, bless his heart and all. Only love will make a heart that stupid.
He was stupid before, but yeah, he only got worse because of that.
That boy's scared. It seems he's scared of losing you. And you two separated, which is exactly what he was scared of, and
I did try to reach for him, and he ran away.
You two are just gonna pull yourselves apart even further if you don't say something. Just talk.
I know. That's why I came looking for you. To ask you where he went.
Walked away from me.
Did
He did go back inside the prison, though.
Hold up. Let me get this straight here. Is this like some kind of boy trouble? Are we trying to find somebody? Are we trying to kill somebody? Or are we trying to kiss somebody?
I think it's that last one with Ceridian. Don't get your knives sharpened now, okay?
All right. But if we're looking to find somebody, well, I mean, if I'm nothing else, I'm a huntress.
The person I'm looking for is my guard and my longtime friend that is obviously in love with me, and he still doesn't find a way to say it.
And your thoughts on this matter?
My thoughts on this matter is that he's fucking blind because he hasn't noticed the same as for me.
Let's break the tension! And she walks out.
I'm gonna follow Ceridian before something goes bad shit.
Maki, are you attempting to be actively inconspicuous?
I mean, he kind of is. He's in his spot that he knows no one goes to.
Okay, go ahead and make a stun test with 2 points of favor.
That is a dirty 20.
Let's make a combined awareness test.
That's a 33.
Ceridian's the one to kind of claw her hands across the wall. Knock, 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 knock. She stops. Points. Is this what you're looking for?
Huh. Of course he's hiding there.
From the outside, of course, this is a huge, like, rook bastion, essentially. You guys are on the outside of it, but there's a tiny parapet right here, just the tiniest little slit, and Ceridian takes a baby look through it, and she's like, I think there's a shark in there.
Can I look around to see if there's an alternate entrance? So we don't
there
have
is
to
one.
go all the way over there.
There's one right here. Those are the 2 entrances. And I'm going to take a mild detour as Raku returns to Frost. So Raku returns to you with these 2 katana-like blades. Each one of them have these runic symbols going down the sides of the blades. I'm going to let you know that everything I'm about to hand you is 45 slots, and he's also going to hand you an artifact that gives you exactly 45 slots. He kind of signs something to Maru, and Maru is basically his translator here. He says they're called dragon tongues. These are both one-handed weapons. They ignore physical defense, and they don't do a bunch of physical damage, but they are 2-turn action. They do have non-lethal on them, but more importantly, they take ammunition. And this is the other thing that he hands you. So with each blade, you get this vat that's held in a quiver, but it's inside kind of a vial that the sheath goes into. So the sheath is aligned with this fluid, and he calls it edges. The way that this works is the ammunition has its own damage effects. Every single time you make an ammunition for this, you can choose any damage type without changing the rarity, and you can choose a bane. You pick a creature type, such as humanoid. It deals double damage to that type of creature and half damage to all others. And of course, you get 2 blades, and you can't attack with both of them. They're 2-turn actions, so if you use dual wielder, you can still attack twice with both of them at the same time. The point is, more so than anything, is that these are 2 blades that do okay damage on their own, but when you feed them ammunition, they do extra specialized damage. And he hands it to you, and he bows down, and he goes,
Hermes is going to have the biggest shit-eating grin right now. Thank you. Thank you very much.
You guys make your way to the door that you are very well aware Maki is stowed inside of.
Azura's gonna get to the door and just listen in.
A little bit of scraping of him just like fiddling with the chakram. Fuck. What did I
Sombers.
say? What did I say?
Sombers will lean over Azor's head and she's gonna knock on the door. Hey, dumbass.
Immediately just like he will turn so quickly that his chakram will go into this wall over here.
She'll look at Sombers, give a little wink, and then produce a fox from underneath her cloak, and the fox will run in through a crack in the door.
Since Maki is distracted, Azura is just gonna go in, and before he has the chance to even run away, Azura is gonna hug him.
Uh-oh. Is something wrong?
There's nothing wrong, aside from the fact you've been hiding all day.
He's gonna just like scoot down to like a squat on the ground.
Azura is still hugging him, but is gonna crouch down.
I won't let it get in the way. Just don't send me back.
What makes you think I'm gonna send you back?
I've got no right to be like this.
Who do you think has the right to be like this?
I don't know. A royal, a chief, any form of nobility, a warrior with any merit.
Oh, Maki. You dumbass. Have you ever sit down and questioned yourself if that's actually what I wanted?
In all honesty, I assumed a friend. I was willing to fit that role if I needed to, just to stay.
You're an idiot. And so blind. I don't know who filled your head with that stupid idea that the only person with the right to be next to me is a noble, a chief, or a warrior.
Come on. I've failed every turn on the way here. I'm the runt of my pack.
You're frustrating. I don't care about that, Mackie. I really don't care about any of that.
He's just kind of just stammering.
Mackie, we have known each other for like what? 12 years right now? And it's still like you don't know how to read my emotions. You absolute dork.
Maki's gonna just let out this really long sigh and deck himself in the cheek. And just cover his face with the scarf.
Acrobator men, Maki. You blind idiot.
The fox comes up behind Maki and pushes Maki towards Azor.
Maki will just fall onto his ass with the smallest nudge. Maki's gonna just take a short moment, a couple of short breaths, and just turn and kind of bap his snout on Azor's cheek.
Azor is gonna return the gesture.
I would like to take this opportunity to use some of my talent points. Maki's going to, from the middle of the Magecraft tree, take Evocation, preemptively take In Tune as well. The first spell is going to be a mix of heat and chill, as just like a little explosion of steam popping out of his mouth. There is going to be a faint yellow glow in this entire room. You win, sir, you win. Cock.
It wasn't supposed to be a competition, but I'll take it.
And as that happens, Cyreil comes in, busting the door down, literally kicking the door through and going, "Finally! Dear God! You made me wait for that one."
You are gonna give me a heart attack.
Oh, am I interrupting something? And then she winks at you.
Immediately Maki just like slithered around to just like guard position.
It's okay.
Cool it, Maki. This is
okay,
a friendly.
Kind of playfully, but her hands up. She's like, I surrender. And then the fox
Maki's still
trots
got
up
shaky
and
legs.
hides behind her cloak. Maki, as you go to see Cyreil, you notice that Maru, Raku, and Asterion have all been just like watching this whole time.
Pulling the scarf up, and it's just going to be a big puff of steam coming out of the front of his scarf.
Asterion is like light clapping with like a single tear. He's like,
Oh, you big softy.
who? I don't know what you're talking about.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I saw you.
You
Very
didn't say
quietly-
shit.
Very quietly. Just going to whisper to Azor, like, they're about to make me run away again. I can't take this.
Alright, everybody, the show is over. Scatter. Go, shoot.
Cyril's like, whatever. I had other shit to do anyways.
There will be a very small glare pointed at Sombers through a single little opening in the scarf that will soften after just a moment.
Yeah, Sombers just winks at him and turns to Cyreil. You wanna walk around, or do you want to go back?
Let's take a walk
You've
around.
been wanting this. Yeah,
Is drama like this all the time, or is this like a one-time thing?
This is
like
new.
this is new. Edgy motherfuckers, though. Now that's normal.
Ah, yeah, that makes sense. That seems like your type. Gabe, needless to say, your crafting has been finished.
Say that'll make us a
Fine.
lovely dinner.
I'm starting to believe this is an addiction.
I can stop whenever I want to.
Cyreil's gonna perk up and say, pasta? I haven't had pasta in like, oh dear God, it's been an actual millennia.
Anyways, I'm going to go make pasta. Bye.
All right, see you soon, Dr. Pasta.
Dr. Pasta, that's a good one there.
Go ahead and roll that D100 for me.
30.
As everyone's just gathered for the food and whatnot, and Gabe's getting ready to bring out the pasta, Azor and Maki are going to come back, and Maki's face is just going to be covered with a bunch of little dark spots. And he's just going to be, like, dragging his tail along.
You're welcome. By the way.
Wait, what happened to him? Is he okay?
I'm gonna say he's better than okay.
Are you sure? Because he seemed sick earlier, and now he's got, like, weird stuff on him. I'm kind of, like... Is he dying?
He's sure some type of sick.
He's gonna point at Cyreil for a moment, and there's just gonna be like a little flame just poof out of his fingertip. I am perfectly fine.
Oh, fuck, he figured it out himself. Are you... Wait. Did you burn yourself?
In a manner of speaking.
Cyreil, they confessed.
To what?
Ceridian's gonna turn back to Sombers and be like, are you with the dumb one?
What do you mean by that?
Right
These are
over
all-
here.
These are all mine.
Ceridian's gonna turn back to Cyreil and crouch down a little bit, like hands on the knees, and go, it's a good thing you're pretty.
Azura's
What
just
the
gonna burst
fuck
out
does that
laughing.
mean?
Nothing
Azura's gonna
sparkly.
burst out laughing at that.
Why do people keep calling me sparkly? Ice does reflect the light. It's different than sparkles. Sparkles implies like glitter. I
Alright.
hate glitter.
All right, Feather Boy, you got sparkly ice. It's still yours.
Azura's just gonna look at Cyreil and say, bless your heart.
And then the pasta kicks in.
Oh no.
And I'll see you guys next session.